Yo, this your boy, the real McCoy, coming at you, man. We talking about a particular sport that I've never done a video of, but I am a fan of, you know what I mean, since I've been growing up, and that's track and field, you know what I mean, mainly track more than the field, you know what I mean. Well, I do watch sometimes. I watch the high jump, watch the long jump, you know what I mean. I might even watch the javelin, you know what I mean, the discus, the long throw, whatever it's called. But I mainly watch the track part of track and field. You know what I mean? The 100 meter race, the sprint, or the 200 meter, the 4x100 meter relay, the 400 meter, the 4x200, things like that. That's what I normally watch when it comes to track and field. But I want to do this quick because it's September already, 2015, in the 2016 Olympics in Rio de Janeiro, I think I'm saying, in Rio de Janeiro in South America, in Brazil, to be exact. 2016 is right around the corner. It's less than a year away. It's right around the corner. You know, I'm excited about it. You know what I mean? My first time doing a track and field video. I'm definitely excited about it. But what caught my attention was a couple of weeks ago during the World Champion. I think they started doing the IAAF. Started doing check because the Olympics is only every 4 years. So I think in 82, 83, I think in the early 80s is when they started doing the championships, which is in between the 4-year Olympics. You know what I mean? And in 2015, the World Championships in Beijing, in China. That's where the 2008 Olympics was. The Usain Bolt was there. Usain Bolt, everybody know Usain Bolt. He's got the world record in 100 meters, 9.58. He did that in 2009, right after he won the Olympics in 08. Stole the show in 08 in Beijing. In 09, he said, I think coming into the 08 Olympics in Beijing, the world record was 9.72 seconds in the 100 meters. He broke that during the championships, and I believe in 07, he broke that. Oh, he set the record, or should I say, with a 9.72 in New York. He came to the Olympics, say he stole the show in 08, and he ran a 9.6, was it a 9.69, I believe, 9.69 in 100 meters. He broke the world record, the 200 Michael Johnson's record in 1996 in Atlanta. We all know Michael Johnson had those golden spikes in 96 in Atlanta. 200 meter record was 19.32, or is it 31? 19.32, I believe. Usain Bolt, I think he broke that record. Was it that night? Or was it 09? I think he broke it in Berlin, in Germany. No, yeah, he broke it that night. That night in 08 with a 19.31 in 08 Beijing. And then the Jamaica broke another world record in the 4x100 men's relay. They broke the 3. Then he ran like a 37.10. Just completely stole the show, man. And then I think in 09 in Berlin, Germany, Usain Bolt, he beat Tyson Gay and Asafa Powell, his teammate from Jamaica, and he broke his own record with a 9.58. Ridiculous. 9.58 100 meter record. Then a 200 meter record that night, he ran a 19.19 in a 200 meter record, and then coming to the 2012 Olympics, the 4x100 meter relay, the Jamaican team, they broke their own record with a 36.85 4x100 relay. Incredible. Just incredible, man. With because Asafa Powell, who's a former world record holder, he pulled up in 100 meter final, so he wasn't in the 4x100 relay. It could have been even faster. I think the Jamaican team had Nestor Carter, Michael Frater, Johan Blake, and Usain Bolt. But when you go back and look at the 2012 London Olympics, and you look at the 4x100 relay, and you look at Johan Blake's third leg was absolutely incredible. It's absolutely incredible how he ran down Tyson Gay, and I believe Tyson Gay has the American record for the 100 meters with a 9.64 or 63. That's just fast. But Bolt ran a 9.58. But But anyway, man, but what caught my attention to do this video is a couple of weeks ago in Beijing, Usain Bolt, he beat out a very tough Justin Gatlin, who won gold in 2004 in the Olympics. And then 2012, he took bronze behind Johan Blake and Usain Bolt. Really pushed Usain till Usain ran a 9.79, and I think Justin Gatlin ran like a 9.81, and that kind of surprised me because Usain, he's about 29, he's coming up to being 30 years old, and right after the 2012 Olympics in London, my favorite coming into 2016 was Usain Bolt's Jamaican teammate Johan Blake. Johan Blake is very young, very strong, powerful, explosive, top end speed. I was like, he took silver in 2012 in the 100 and the 200 behind Usain. But I was like, he's my favorite for 2016. The only issue with Johan Blake is injuries. Last time I saw Johan Blake run, he collapsed he didn't collapse, but he was running, he fell on the track, and they had to get a wheelchair to get him off the track. You know, he completely, I think it was his hamstring, completely tore the muscle. And you know, the Jamaican coach Glenn Mills, he's saying Johan, he's running scared. He said Johan is not pushing himself because he's afraid he's gonna tear that muscle, afraid of injury. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna shut him down for the rest of the year and just, you know, prepare and get ready for the Olympics, 2016, which is less than a year away. It's less than a year away, you know what I mean? But Johan Blake was my favorite coming into 2016 in Rio de Janeiro. He was my favorite, but with his injury, I was like, I don't know. And then I saw Usain Bolt win the 100 meter and the 200. He beat Justin Gatlin in the 100 and the 200. I was like, I mean, like was the see, you can't underestimate the heart of a champion, man. I mean, I guess he's the favorite until somebody else beat him. I mean, that I know of, there isn't anybody else out there that, you know what I mean, like he beat Justin Gatlin in 2000. You still got to go out there and you got to run. You never know. Somebody could just it could be just their night and they go out and run a 9.5 flat. I doubt it, but you never know. You know what I mean? But I mean, he beat a game just. But what's really caught my attention when I saw the race in Beijing was Asafo Powell from Jamaica and Tyson Gay. They didn't look good at all. They did not look good at all. I mean, I think it was an eight-man race, maybe 9. I think it was an 8-man race on a 9-lane track, and I think Gay and Powell finished like 5th and 6th. That's unheard of at their caliber, unless they're racing Gatlin and Johan and Usain and Gay and Powell. If you look at the 2012 Olympics at the 100-meter final, the names that were in that race, incredible. Absolutely. I mean that heat was incredible. The competition, the Tyson Gay, the Justin Gatlins, the Usain Bolt, the Johan Blake, the Asafo Powells, the Ryan Bates. I mean, it was incredible heat, the final. You know what I mean, 2012. But Powell and Gay, they did not look good at all. Man, they just, that kind of caught my attention. And then I say with the injury to Johan Blake and the way I saw Usain win the 100 meters in Beijing, I was like, he's my favorite again in 2016. Even with the, I think it's about 29, 30 when the Olympics begin. He's around a little bit older, but I mean the way he fought off. I mean, I don't know if there's anybody else out there who's. I mean, a 9.79 is considered slow for Usain Bolt standards. You know what I mean? I mean, that's not slow. That's about average. You know, there aren't too many guys on the planet who can consistently break 10 seconds in 100 meters. There's not too many guys that can do that consistently. You know, but if he does that, and if Johan isn't healthy, 100% completely, because you're gonna need to be 100% to beat Usain. Usain has to be. He's got to be the favorite. He has to be the favorite, man. He just proved couple of weeks ago, he can beat Gatlin and Gay in the Soft Power. Now, Johan wasn't in that heat. Johan Blake wasn't there. But Soft Power was there. Justin Gatlin was there. And Tyson Gay. He beat all three of those guys. Beat Powell and Gay easy. Justin Gatlin was the one who pushed them. You know what I mean? Very close, but he beat him with a 9.79 seconds. Incredible. You know what I mean? That's good. And now that's kind of average. What these guys are running nowadays. Maybe a little bit above average. Now you're getting under 9.8 to the 9.7s. Hey, you know what I mean? But there aren't too many guys who can even compete with that. Gatlin can, you know what I mean? Tyson Gay seems like he's on a decline from what I saw in Beijing. But from that race I saw in Beijing in the World Championships a couple of weeks ago, Tyson Gay and Asafa Powell did not look good at all, you know. But like I say, I mean, I want to do this video because when I saw that, I was like, whoa, maybe Bolt is still losing because he's got 6'5", he's got the long legs, he's got the stride, and that's what, if you look at the 2012 Olympics, the 100-meter final, that's what was able to last 30 to 40 meters. That was what able to for him to catch the heat, to catch the pack, and he was starting to separate himself because that long stride that he, because form and technique wise, Usain Bolt is, you know, it could be better. But when you have that natural speed, you have that 6'5" tall frame and those long strides, it's hard for guys who are shorter, who are about 5'10", 5'11", right at 6 feet. It's hard for them to make up that ground. You know what I mean? When he has that long stride. That's what makes Usain Bolt special. That's what, if Usain Bolt was about 6 feet tall, he would be losing to these guys constantly. I mean, he would win some, he would lose some, but to be consistently, he's been beaten before. Johan Blake has beat him in the 100 and the 2. Asafa Powell has beat him. Justin Gatlin has beat him. Tyson Gay has beat him. He's lost before, you know, to these guys. I mean, these are world-class sprinters, you know what I mean? World-class. I mean, running 9.7s, making it look easy sometimes, you know. But you said Johan was my favorite, but with his injury and the way I saw Usain Bolt run, I mean, it didn't even look his best, but it was still a 9.79. So I'm pretty sure he's going to bring his best in the Olympics. I mean, he could get a 9.7 flat. I mean, push a 9.65. I mean, there aren't too many guys that can compete with that, you know, even though he's pushing 30. I think this is probably going to be his last Olympics. He may come back and try to do it again, but I think somebody like Johan in 2020, I think somebody like Johan will probably get him, you know what I mean, younger, stronger, things like that. Or it could be somebody else, you know. But at 100 meters, in the 100-meter final, the goal, should I say, my favorite after 2012 was Johan, like I said, Johan Blake from Jamaica. But with his injury, and what I saw from Usain Bolt, he's my favorite now. You know what I mean? Now the 200, it's a little different. I think Usain is still the favorite. I think that could be a race that Johan, if healthy, or Justin Gatlin could really push him into 2. I know Usain Bolt said his favorite race is the 200 meters, but Gatlin could really push him. Johan could really push him. It's just that those last 40, 50, 30 meters, guys, if you want to think about track and say that barrier gets on your back, your legs get heavy, you get tired. I mean, 200 is a long way to try and sprint. You know what I mean? But I mean, he also beat Gatlin in the 200 in Beijing, and that was kind of a more of a. I mean, he was kind of fatigued, but he still looked. You know what I mean? He jogged it out. And I think he still ran like a 19 point, I think 5.6, which is still not, you know, record breaking, but still pretty solid. There aren't too many guys who are running 200 meters under 20 seconds. And he kind of did it, kind of tired, kind of laboring, kind of jogged the last, you know, 10 meters, and still ran a 19.55. So he's my favorite in it too. I thought about maybe the Frenchman, the guy from he's from France. Christophe Lemaitre, something like that. He's very young, he's very strong, very athletic, very tall, good stride. He just doesn't have that explosive top end speed. I know he has the record. I think he had the record for France. You know what I mean, in the 100 and the 2. But he's more of a threat at 200 than 100. Because at 100. he's only broke 10 seconds or under 10 seconds twice. He ran a 9.99 and a 9.92. That's slow for Bolt and Gatlin and Johan Blake. That's slow for those guys. Now at 200, his best time is 19.68. No, 19.8, which is solid, but that's still not 19.5, 19.4 with a healthy Johan and a healthy and going full Usain. That's not what he can't compete with that. You know what I mean? So he's dangerous because he was in the 2012 Olympics in the 200-meter final. He was in lane 1, I believe. I think he got like 6th place. he just couldn't come. I think it's Christophe Lemaitre from France. He's a Frenchman. He's from France. He just doesn't have that explosive top end speed. He's more of a threat at 200 than a 100. That's his stride, a long stride he has. And you've got I think Wallace Spearman from right here in the U.S. He could be somebody that could be a threat at 200. Because I know with Spearman, the first 100. Before you come around the bend, he's usually in 6th place. What makes Wallace Spearman dangerous is the last 50 to 60 meters, he turns it on. He starts to slowly catch guys. Like when they come around the bend for the last 100 meters, he's in 6th place. 15 meters left, he's pushing for 3rd. You know what I mean? He could be a threat, you know what I mean? But he just doesn't have that explosiveness. That explosiveness. So there aren't too many guys who's running 200 meters under 19.6. That's what Bolt does jogging. Johan, Gatlins. That's what these guys are running. You know what I mean? That's why Bolt, Gatlin, or Johan Blake, those are my 3 favorites to win gold in the 100 and the 200. Now the 4x100 meter relay, historically the U.S. men they've always had an issue with the exchange, passing up a ton. They had an issue in Beijing. And I think in Beijing, China, I think the guy fell down. He fell down, or was it, I think Mike Rogers, there's a zone where the exchange has to be handed to the next guy before you pass the zone. I believe that's what it was. But historically, the U.S. men have always had an issue with that. You know what I mean? Not every single time, but here and there in the Olympics or the championships, they've had issues with handing off the baton. You know what I mean? But the 4x1, when you got healthy Johan and Usain, I would probably still get a nod to Jamaica. But I mean, if depending on where Asafa Powell lives and Tyson Gay, it could be interesting. I mean, it's probably more than likely it's going to be the U.S. and Jamaica one in silver and gold. You know what I mean? 1 and 2. I don't see anybody else closing that gap from what I've seen since 2012 and from what I've seen since in the World Championships. You know what I mean? So, but I just want to make this video, man. I hope Johan is healthy by the Olympics, man. Very strong, very talented, very powerful, top end speed, trains hard. But the injury, man, it's a mental thing. You don't want to tear it again, especially if it's power. I mean, not power. Johan is about 25 years old, very young, in the peak of his in the middle of peak of his athletic ability, the mid-20s. You know what I mean? And you know, but hopefully he's healthy. He was my favorite. He was my favorite. But if he's not healthy, he has to go back to Bolt. You know what I mean? I'm not saying Johan, okay, I forgot to bet money. I'm going to bet on Johan, no doubt about it. It's the after 2012 coming into 2016 next year. I was like, if I had, okay, I guess I can go with Johan. But with his injury and what I saw from a Usain in the Beijing World Championships a couple of weeks ago, Bolt's going to be tough to beat, man. I don't see Gay, Powell, or Gatlin maybe. You know what I mean? But anyway, man, like, subscribe, leave a comment, man. Let me know what you guys think, man. I like track and field. I'm ready for the Olympics. I'm hyped up. But let me know what you think, man. This your boy, The Real McCoy, man. I'm excited, man. I'm out. Peace.